In Japan, fans and artists alike are celebrating a night of triumph for the country's film industry on the global stage. Renowned anime director Hayao Miyazaki secured his second Oscar, marking a historic achievement, while the iconic Godzilla franchise clinched its inaugural award. In recent years, Asian productions and films featuring predominantly Asian casts have been gaining recognition at the Academy Awards. The groundbreaking success of the South Korean thriller Parasite in 2020, which swept for awards including Best Picture as the first non-English language film to do so, set a precedent. Following this trend, Everything Everywhere All at Once, a surreal action comedy centered around a Chinese immigrant family in America, dominated last year's awards, securing 7 wins. Among the recipients were Kai Kwan from Vietnam for Best Supporting Actor and Malaysia's Michelle Yeoh for Best Actress, both of whom also presented awards at the ceremony. This year, the focus shifted to Japan's exceptional talent. Miyazaki's latest masterpiece, The Boy and Heron, claimed the title of Best Animated Feature Film, surpassing strong contenders like Disney's Elemental and Sony Pictures' Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. This victory marks the second Oscar for the 83-year-old director and Studio Ghibli, following the groundbreaking win for Spirited Away in 2002, which was the first non-English animation to triumph in the same category. Reflecting on the significance of this achievement, Roland Keltz, author of Japan America, How Japanese Pop Culture Invaded the US, noted the growing reputation of Studio Ghibli over the past 2 decades. He emphasized the Academy's recognition of Miyazaki's artistic brilliance and their ability to distinguish between animation primarily for entertainment, as seen in most American animation, and the unique storytelling and creativity exemplified by Japanese animation. Since establishing Studio Ghibli in 1985, Miyazaki has emerged as one of Japan's most influential cultural figures, employing a painstakingly hand-drawn, frame-by-frame animation technique. His ethereal creations have become emblematic of Japanese animation. Many of his timeless works, including My Neighbor Totoro and Howl's Moving Castle, intertwine elements of folklore with magic and spirituality, while delving into profound themes such as mortality, conflict, and the tumultuous journey of adolescence. Toshio Suzuki, the producer behind The Boy and Heron, recounted his conversation with Miyazaki after the awards ceremony, revealing the animator's characteristic humility and penchant for staying out of the spotlight. Japan's national broadcaster NHK reported Suzuki's exchange with Miyazaki, wherein he congratulated the director, only to receive a reciprocal congratulation in return, accompanied by Miyazaki's laughter. In a subsequent statement, Suzuki reflected on the challenges encountered during the 7-year production of the film, describing it as an arduous journey to completion. He expressed gratitude for the honor bestowed upon them, acknowledging the passage of time and the dedication invested by both himself and Miyazaki. Following Sunday's triumph, an outpouring of celebration flooded social media platforms, drawing praise from both political figures and the general public. Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida commended Miyazaki for his unbridled imagination and astute perception and lauded Yamazaki for his exceptional technical prowess and expressive talent. In an official statement from his office, Kishida remarked that their collaborative efforts had touched the hearts of countless individuals worldwide, transcending cultural and linguistic barriers to astonish and inspire. Governor Hideaki Omura of Aichi Prefecture, home to the upcoming Ghibli Park themed around Miyazaki's creations, announced that the park would unveil new attractions inspired by The Boy and Heron beginning April 16, as reported by NHK. The victory of Godzilla at the Oscars also elicited joy among Japanese social media users. I felt that this was the moment when Godzilla was finally recognized not only in Japan, but also in the world, expressed one individual on X platform, echoing the sentiments of many delighted fans. For some, the Oscar win provided a much-needed morale boost for Japan following a challenging start to the year. Tragedy struck early in January when a 7.5 magnitude earthquake devastated Ishikawa Prefecture, claiming the lives of over 200 people and displacing thousands. The following day, 5 aid workers perished in a plane crash while en route to assist at the disaster site, reflecting on past adversity. One user on X platform recalled the resilience shown by Japan in the aftermath of the 2011 earthquake and tsunami. Despite the devastation, the country's women's soccer team emerged victorious, becoming the first Asian team to win the World Cup. Similarly, the recent Oscar win symbolizes a beacon of hope amidst despair. According to the same X user, they expressed, "This is what we need now," highlighting the significance of such triumphs in uplifting spirits during challenging times. The significance of the award extends beyond the accolade itself, particularly for Miyazaki and his devoted fan base, as many critics speculate that this may mark the octogenarian animator's final contribution to cinema. Miyazaki made a notable return from retirement to create the film, which centers on a young boy who relocates to the countryside following the tragic loss of his mother in a hospital fire, only to encounter a mystical gray heron. Drawing heavily from Miyazaki's own childhood experiences, the narrative delves into profound themes of grief and hope amidst a backdrop of conflict and loss. Despite intentionally eschewing a publicity campaign, the movie premiered in Japan in June to widespread acclaim, achieving global success by topping the North American box office with earnings of nearly $13.1 in its opening weekend. Roland Keltz, the Japan-based author and visiting professor at Waseda University in Tokyo, highlighted the significance of Miyazaki's second Oscar win, emphasizing the Academy's recognition of his artistic brilliance and the broader cultural impact of Japanese animation. Keltz remarked that Japanese animation often transcends mere entertainment, exhibiting a level of freedom, expressionism, and a penchant for exploring the sublime. He concluded by affirming the award as absolutely worth it and well-deserved, emphasizing the inspiration derived from witnessing an artist in his 80s continue to produce epic and energetically impactful work.